What's up? What's up? We are live. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Crazy day today. But first, shout out Koala Animations. All right, I got the @ down in the bottom. That's my son's channel. Make sure you support it on YouTube. All right. So crazy day today. Few things to kind of go over. The first one is, we talked about the other day how CBDCs and the anti-CBDC movement is like a great unifier, right? Well, another great unifier that's even more dramatic is Gary Gensler. This dude is unifying Congress like nobody's business, all right? So who is Gary Gensler, all right? Gary Gensler is the chairman, the head of the SEC. So the Securities and Exchange Commission, right? This is Gary right here, right? So Gary Gensler is the head of the Security and Exchange Commission, SEC. So his job is to be impartial and protect consumers. That's what he's supposed to be doing. Okay. So again, stocks, crypto, investing, anything like that. His job is to make sure everything's on the up and up, everything's level, right? It's a job of trust and to protect the interests of the American people. Gary Gensler has been at war with crypto for like 2 years, a year, whatever, right? For a while now. And he's got some stank on him. And I'm going to show you kind of why it's tough to take this guy seriously. And I'm going to show you what he's doing. So we all know about FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried and the great scam artist that was Sam Bankman-Fried, who ripped off a lot of people and did a lot of bad things. So this is Sam right here on the left, okay? Sam's girlfriend was Caroline Ellison. She's Caroline Ellison right here. Okay, so they ran FTX together. She ran Alameda. Together, they stole billions of dollars from people. Caroline's dad, right here, is Glenn Ellison. Glenn was the head of the economics department at MIT. And guess, back in the day, who was a professor at MIT underneath Glenn Ellison? Mr. Gary Gensler, Mr. Impartial, serious protector of American investors. So for a long time now, he's had this relation to Sam Bankman-Fried that made it very difficult for people to take him seriously. So today, Gensler is in front of Congress yet again, okay? So if you just go on X or Twitter and you just type his name in, I mean, there's so many clips of all the congressmen just making him embarrass himself, asking him questions. And the topic of the day is a Bitcoin spot ETF. So what that is, so an ETF, right? It's an exchange traded fund, okay? So you can buy an ETF that is like the S&P 500. You can buy one that invests in technology stocks. You can buy one that invests in marijuana companies, whatever it is, right? So they're trying to put one that invests in the real price of Bitcoin, right? So if you want to invest in Bitcoin, get some exposure, but you don't want to go through the hassle of buying Bitcoin, you can buy this ETF. They exist around the world. Gary Gensler is not letting these go through. And he's got some very powerful people that are trying to get their ETFs passed, and he's just not letting them go through. So let me show you what companies out there are trying to get these ETFs. You got BlackRock, you got Fidelity, you got Invesco, Franklin Templeton, Wisdom Tree, VanEck, Global X. Like every single major player in finance is trying to get this ETF through. And he's like, I don't know. He's just not. He's a weird dude. I don't understand why his issue is, but he's making a lot of powerful people mad, right? So, but the most bizarre part is he has approved ETFs, but they're like futures ETFs. They're short ETFs on the futures. So like he'll allow you to gamble on something, but you can't buy the actual underlying asset. So it's very strange. So this Gensler thing is not going to go away. And what's crazy was yesterday, this is what I was saying about being a great unifier, right? Everybody in Congress does not like this guy, right? So like Democrats and Republicans are working together. So they're showing they can work together, which is going to lead me into my next topic really quick. But they're showing they can work together. They sent this letter, both sides of the aisle. Everybody hates the guy equally, So I don't know, Gary, man, get it together, buddy. All right. So next up of not being unified is government shutdown. What are the odds of a government shutdown, right? So let's pull this up here. So Goldman Sachs right now says the odds of a government shutdown are 90%, and it could last 2 to 3 weeks. So as you know, there's a fight every year over funding. We're at the end of the fiscal year. Government's fighting. So on the one hand, they can get along and attack Gary Gensler. On the other hand, they can't get out of their own way when they're spending our money. So we'll see what happens. What is the downsides to that? I mean, obviously, markets don't like uncertainty. So we've seen a little reaction today in the stock market, right? Kind of bouncing back towards the end of the day, but it was a strong sell-off in the beginning. It affects benefits, just a lot of things, so I don't know, there's two sides, one side, the other, maybe they shut it down. We'll see what we really don't need. I don't know. All right. And then finally today, I don't know what the heck is going on in Philly, guys. Philly's a beautiful city, but there is some craziness going on in Philly last night. And there was one video that just two things kind of caught my eye and I just wanted to share. So if you watch this video, this is the Apple store in Philly. Okay. And for some reason, they're looting the Apple store in Philly. But what I found quite intriguing, if you notice right here, there's no broken glass, right? So I almost think Apple just left the doors open. I don't know. But, so you're looting the Apple store and you're stealing all the display phones, all right? I don't know. Like, you don't think Apple's going to brick those things? Like, I could, somebody steals my iPhone, I could brick it. You don't think the display phones at the Apple store are going to be bricked? So you're looting the Apple store, you're stealing the display phones. What are you really doing? And the fact that the windows aren't even broken tells me that Apple probably just left the doors open because they didn't want the hassle to have to replace the glass, right? And I'm sure in the back where the real phones are, they're probably locked down better than any bank security around. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen, right? The store got destroyed. Everything got stolen. Then Apple closes their Philly store. And then what? Who benefits from that? But anyways, I just saw that video. I mean, it's disgusting behavior. And, I just noticed those two things. And it was just kind of bizarre to me. But all right, guys, hey, take it easy. Enjoy your day. Happy Wednesday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Thanks.